This right here is the BLUETTI AC50B portable power station. In today's episode, we're going to break this thing down, talk about some use cases, and more importantly, whether or not if it can help elevate your adventures. Now let's go ahead and break down some specs and talk about some unique features that the AC50B has, which will help you decide whether or not this is the right power station for you.
The AC50B is a 448 watt-hour LiFePO battery. It weighs just over 14 pounds, and its compact footprint makes it a breeze to pack for a weekend camping trip. It can be recharged from 0 to 80% in as little as 45 minutes and will reach full charge in 70 minutes. There are 3 charging modes you can use. There's standard, which is the most friendly to the AC50B's battery and will charge your unit in roughly 3 hours. The turbo mode features the 80% in 45-minute time frame we just discussed and can come in handy when recharging is a priority. And lastly, the silent mode, which offers a quiet, low power operation for longer battery lifespan, but does take up to 5 hours to charge. The AC50B can be recharged in multiple efficient ways, including a wall outlet in your home, utilizing up to 200 watts of solar, which BLUETTI does offer solar panels for sale, but any panel that features an MC4 connector and an open circuit voltage of 12 volt through 28 volt can be used. Now, if you've never heard these terms before, then I just recommend you go ahead and buy the BLUETTI panels if you're wanting to use solar charging. The AC50B can also be recharged using a cigarette lighter from your car. And lastly, you can pair both solar and your wall outlet together for a maximum charging output. Both DC charging methods are plugged in right here using the provided adapters, and the AC input can be plugged in using this port on the side. There's also a grounding screw you can use if the outlet you're using does not have a ground plug available. As for the power output capabilities, the AC50B offers a 700 watt AC outlet and multiple DC outputs. There's a 12 volt 10 amp cigarette lighter output, 2 65 watt USB-C outlets, and a 15 watt USB-A outlet. Although the AC50B will operate at a maximum output power of 700 watts, it does have a feature called the Powerlifting Mode, which will allow for you to handle high power resistive loads up to 1,000 watts.
Now, one thing I want to take a second to talk to you guys about with that powerlifting mode is that this is an 1,000 watt maximum. If you look at your devices and you see that they're rated for 1,000 watts, you need to double check to make sure that there's not a hard start feature. Sometimes a device is going to hard start, it's going to go above that operational output, and so it might actually go slightly above 1,000 watt operational output, and which means it would actually turn this off. So, which I do test the 1,000 watt capabilities of this later on. So now the second mode that this runs on, and it actually comes with this by default, is the eco mode. And the eco mode is just a power saving mode. If the battery dies down to a certain percentage, it will automatically shut off to preserve the lifespan of the battery. Now, one thing to note is if you're using the USB-A port, which is great for your small loads, sometimes that load actually won't be detectable by this, and that eco might shut it off. So if you're going to charge a small output load, make sure you turn the eco mode off and just use it in normal mode. Now, since we talked about all those modes, let's actually walk you through how to navigate between those modes so you know how to charge your devices properly.
Navigating the AC50B is possible by pressing and holding the AC and DC buttons simultaneously. From there, use the DC buttons to switch between the menus and the AC button to make your selections. Once finished, press and hold both buttons again to exit the menu. You can also navigate all of these settings using the BLUETTI app, which I personally find to be more intuitive and easier to navigate. But it is still nice that you can change your main settings on the unit itself if you need to.
This is marketed to charge your phone up to 14 times. It can run a lamp for 17 hours. It can run your fridge, a mini fridge, for multiple hours, and honestly a 12 volt fridge probably for longer. They say it charges a camera up to 20 times, and it can charge your drone batteries as well. If you guys don't know, I am a photographer, so I'm charging a lot of equipment all the time. Now, in my camper van that I'm in right now, I do have a large battery bank and all of the charging materials that I need, but I've been using this for a specific situation that I will be sharing with you guys here in just a second. Now, the other main reason that you will probably find yourself using this, if you're not in an RV or camper van like I'm in, is using this to power your camps. Now, one of the things that having the BLUETTI system is beneficial for is if you have something like this, a portable water solution. Now, if you guys are interested, I'm going to do a full review of this next week, but having a power system like this allows us to take the 12-volt input, turning on our little pump down here, and now I have running water. Which, for those of you interested, let's pull up the app and see what it's pulling here. It's pulling nothing. Not only could you have this to power a system like this for running water, for cleaning dishes, taking a shower, I'll show you guys a couple other things that you guys could be using in your tent camping situation that the BLUETTI gives you access to. String lights. Something like this, dirt cheap from Walmart. Now, it's not really going to do much because it's really bright out. Let's plug this in, turn the AC on, just so you guys can tell. That's off, here's on. And with those lights running, let's pull up the app here. You see it is sipping power right now. Absolutely just sipping power, and I could have light. And this is just a little 12-footer. I mean, I could run string lights, and I usually do all around my camp, and now I have a nice ambient setting for my camping setup here.
And for you nomad workers out there, the AC50B gives you access to set your office up anywhere and can even run a Starlink system if you need it. And since the AC50B is so lightweight, transporting it from area to area within your camp is a breeze.
Now, I am curious to see if this can power my cooktop. Now, this cooktop is rated at 1,000 watts. This has that 1,000 watt boost mode. So we're gonna plug it in and see what we can do. I'm gonna do this on the app so you guys can see a little bit easier. Power lift mode. So power lift is on, and then we're gonna go ahead and turn on our AC. Sweet. And turn this on. So I don't know how long it would last doing this, but the fact that I can use a cooktop. And actually, one of the areas I've been using this quite a bit is the job I have going on right now. I have actually been doing a weekly flight of a construction project for our client that requires me to have to recharge my drone while on site. And I'm not always in my van, so I don't always have ability to charge, but being able to throw this in the back of the car and having all of the plugs to charge my drone so I can keep flying the site because it's a really large site, that has been a big plus for using this product. Now, one of the last ways that you can use this battery bank is as an UPS or a battery backup solution for your office. I have a home office. I live in an older home that sometimes seeks or has some power issues and trips breakers from time to time. So I run an UPS on my computer so I don't lose valuable information. Now, this can be programmed as an UPS for your computer and everything, and it has a 0.2 millisecond latency. So it's going to keep everything up to speed and make sure that everything is saved and that everything shuts down properly so you don't damage anything and lose your files. Now, that's all I have today for the BLUETTI AC50B. This thing is small but mighty. Now, I do have an affiliate link down below for this unit. If you guys decide that you do want to pick this up and check it out and you use that link, a small piece will be kicked back to me, and it's just a great way to support the channel and to keep furthering the mission to bring equipment like this to help you guys elevate your adventures. I want to thank BLUETTI for sending this unit out for me to review. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Riley Clark. I am a full-time nature and wildlife photographer. I like to take you guys on my adventures on this channel, and from time to time, I review products like this that can help elevate your adventures as well. If that sounds like something you are interested in, then maybe hit that subscribe button down below. And if you found value in this, hit that thumbs up button so the YouTube gods want to promote this video to more more people. That is all I have for you guys. So let's all get out there and do some adventuring. I will see you in the next video.